Venture into the intricate tapestry of the human mind. Psychology, the study not just of behavior, but of emotion, thought, and the very essence of our being. It bridges the gap between the known and the unknown, between the science and the soul. My name is Eileen, your host for today's episode. Today's video, we will talk about sneaky ways people are disrespecting you. Have you ever felt slighted or undermined but couldn't put your finger on why? Sometimes disrespect isn't loud and direct. It can be subtle, sly, and sneaky. From backhanded compliments to consistent interruptions. Recognizing these covert cues is the first step to addressing them. Today, we'll dive into some more of the elusive ways people might be showing you disrespect. Often, right under your nose. Before we dive into our video, please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos.
Sometimes, disrespect is not blatant or direct but can be expressed in subtle, underhanded ways. Recognizing these sneaky forms of disrespect can be helpful in understanding and managing relationships. Here are some covert ways in which people might show disrespect. Backhanded compliments. Comments that may seem positive on the surface but are actually meant to insult or belittle, such as, "You're so smart for someone who never went to college." Ignoring or interrupting. Consistently talking over you, not listening to what you have to say, or dismissing your ideas without consideration can be signs of disrespect. Excluding you. Purposely leaving you out of group activities, events, or discussions is a passive-aggressive way to show disrespect. Gossip and behind-the-back talk. Talking negatively about you to others or spreading rumors can be both hurtful and disrespectful. Sarcasm. While sarcasm can be humorous, if used excessively or maliciously, it can be a means to belittle or demean someone. Non-verbal cues. Eye-rolling, smirking, or consistently failing to make eye contact can be subtle ways of showing disrespect. Disregarding your time. Habitually showing up late, canceling plans at the last minute, or making you wait can show a lack of respect for your time and commitments. Taking credit for your work. Someone who takes credit for your ideas or efforts without acknowledging you is showing blatant disrespect. Undermining. Publicly questioning your decisions or abilities in front of others, especially in a professional setting, is a way of undermining and showing disrespect. Belittling your feelings. Dismissing your emotions or telling you that you're overreacting or too sensitive can be a form of disrespect. Patronizing. Speaking down to you as if you're inferior or less knowledgeable can be a sneaky way of showing disrespect. Gaslighting. Manipulating someone into doubting their memories, perception, or feelings is a severe form of psychological disrespect. Violation of personal boundaries. This can include touching you without permission, going through your personal belongings, or disregarding your stated boundaries. Using personal information against you. If someone knows a vulnerability or secret about you and uses it to belittle or manipulate you, it's a significant sign of disrespect. Consistent negativity. Always pointing out the negative or finding fault can be a way of indirectly showing disrespect. Recognizing these forms of subtle disrespect is essential. It's also important to approach the situation with care, ensuring you understand the intentions and context before reacting. Effective communication can often help resolve misunderstandings and strengthen relationships. If someone consistently disrespects you, consider setting boundaries or seeking advice on how to handle the situation. Passive-aggressive behavior. Leaving notes, giving silent treatments, or making indirect comments instead of addressing issues head-on. Comparing you to others. Saying things like, "Why can't you be more like person?" implies that you are lesser or lacking in some way. Making assumptions. Assuming you'd be okay with something without asking you first or making judgments about your choices without understanding them can be disrespectful. Mocking. Imitating you in a way that's meant to be demeaning or making fun of things that are important to you. Inappropriate jokes. Making jokes at your expense, especially those that touch upon sensitive topics or personal insecurities. Not taking you seriously. Laughing off or brushing aside something you're passionate about or concerned with. Changing plans without informing you. Altering or canceling plans without giving you a heads up or considering how it affects you. Not respecting your privacy. Sharing your personal information or secrets with others without your consent. Making decisions for you. Deciding things on your behalf without your input, as if you're not capable of making your own choices. Disrespecting your belongings. Using or borrowing your things without asking or returning them in bad condition. Keeping you in the dark. purposefully withholding information from you or not including you in important discussions. Setting you up to fail. Putting you in situations where they expect you to make mistakes or fall short, then highlighting those failures. Downplaying your achievements. Making your successes seem small or insignificant or attributing them to luck rather than your efforts. Constantly testing or challenging you. Always putting you in a position where you have to prove yourself, even when you've already demonstrated your abilities. Avoiding or evading apologies. Not taking responsibility for their actions, deflecting blame, or offering insincere apologies. Overstepping their role, for example, a colleague acting like they have authority over you when they don't. Manipulative behavior. Using emotional tactics to get you to do what they want, like guilt-tripping or playing the victim. Not valuing your opinion. Always seeking advice or opinions from others while disregarding or belittling yours. One-upmanship. Consistently trying to outdo you or make it seem like their experiences are always more significant or more challenging. Understanding these signs can help you navigate situations better and decide how to address them. Remember, you deserve respect, and it's essential to prioritize your well-being and mental health. If someone consistently disrespects you, it may be time to reevaluate your relationship with them. Overcorrecting or mansplaining. Explaining things to someone in a condescending manner, assuming they don't know, even if they might be knowledgeable about the subject. Public humiliation. Embarrassing you in front of others, whether it's in a social or professional setting. Body language. Crossing arms, turning their back to you during a conversation, or constantly looking at their phone while you speak can convey disrespect. Purposely forgetting. Consistently forgetting names, dates, or important details can sometimes be a passive-aggressive way to show disrespect. Demeaning nicknames. Using a belittling or childish nickname, especially if they know you don't like it. Constant criticism. Always pointing out flaws or mistakes, without ever providing positive feedback or encouragement. Making everything about them. Always steering the conversation back to themselves or their experiences, showing a lack of interest in what you have to say. Making fun of your background. Mocking or belittling someone's culture, religion, education, or socioeconomic status. Not following through. Consistently making promises or commitments and then not keeping them. Always playing devil's advocate. Always opposing your viewpoint, even when it's not necessary, just to be contrary. Giving unsolicited advice. Continually offering advice or solutions when you haven't asked for them. Withholding affection or praise. In personal relationships, purposely withholding affection or words of affirmation to manipulate or punish. Overtalking. Dominating every conversation and not allowing you space to voice your thoughts. Micromanaging. In a work setting, constantly overseeing and nitpicking your work, as if doubting your competency. Sending confusing signals. Being warm and friendly one moment and cold or distant the next without any clear reason. Dismissive gestures. Shooing someone away, sighing loudly when they speak, or making dismissive hand gestures. Purposely mispronouncing your name. Even after being corrected multiple times, continuing to mispronounce your name can be a subtle sign of disrespect. Neglecting to introduce you. In social settings, not introducing you to others, making you feel invisible or unimportant. Always pointing out hierarchies. Continually reminding you of their status or position relative to you, as a way to establish dominance. Recognizing these forms of disrespect can empower you to address them and set boundaries. However, it's also important to approach each situation with empathy. Not everyone who exhibits these behaviors may be intentionally disrespectful. It's always a good idea to communicate openly and try to understand the motivations behind someone's actions. Trivializing your concerns. Whenever you have a problem or issue, they wave it off as something minor, even if it's significant to you. Making you the butt of jokes. Regularly using you as the subject of humor in a demeaning way, especially in a group setting. Withholding information. Purposefully keeping you out of the loop, which can be especially damaging in professional settings. Avoiding eye contact. Consistently avoiding looking at you during conversations, suggesting they are not genuinely engaged or valuing the interaction. Not acknowledging your presence. Not greeting you or acknowledging your presence in a room, making you feel invisible. Using a condescending tone. Speaking to you as if you're a child or less intelligent. Emotional neglect. Not being there for you emotionally, even when they are physically present. Glancing at the clock. Frequently checking the time when you're speaking, indicating impatience or disinterest. Double standards. Holding you to a different set of expectations than they hold for themselves or others. Invalidating your experiences, suggesting that your experiences or feelings are not valid or real. Tone policing. criticizing your tone when you express frustration or anger, instead of addressing the actual issue. Making decisions without you. In personal relationships, making significant decisions that affect both parties without consulting the other. Putting words in your mouth. Telling others what you think or feel without your consent or inaccurately representing your opinions. Imitating you in a demeaning manner. Mocking the way you speak, act, or look. Avoiding responsibility. Always placing the blame on others, including you, without acknowledging their own role in a situation. Using digital disrespect. Leaving you on, read, not responding to messages, or posting passive-aggressive statuses about you online. Neglecting to say, thank you, failing to show appreciation when you do something for them. Invading personal space. Getting too close or touching you without consent, indicating a lack of regard for your personal boundaries. Comparing you unfavorably to their past. In romantic relationships, constantly comparing you negatively to ex-partners. Using your vulnerabilities against you. Bringing up your insecurities or past mistakes during disagreements to hurt you. Saying, you always, or, you never, using these absolutes to generalize and criticize your behavior. Recognizing these potential signs of disrespect can equip you to navigate relationships and situations more effectively. However, it's essential to remember that not all behaviors are intentional acts of disrespect. Open communication is crucial to clarify intentions and feelings and to foster understanding and mutual respect.
Thank you for joining us in this captivating journey into the realm of the mind and its extraordinary capabilities. We hope you've enjoyed this exploration. If you're as fascinated by the magic of the mind as we are, and want to continue uncovering its mysteries, be sure to subscribe our channel here. Our next video promises to take you even deeper into the enchanting world of the mind. Be sure to click here. I'm Eileen, signing off. See you in the next video.